Countless Montanans do the dangerous but essential work of raising animals, growing food, and tending land. But while agriculture work is a mainstay of our state, the dangers are as clear and present as ever. Ag work is done in remote places, unsupervised and unregulated, with big demands on production and little time to train. Plus, injuries are just part of the job, right? They don't have to be. Taking a few small precautions or even just a minute to consider dangers can seem tedious, but when you consider the downtime and injuries or lives saved, it's worth it. Let's look at the most common factors behind injury and even death in ag work and some ways to reduce your risk. Advanced machinery has made many jobs more doable and on a larger scale, but it's also brought new dangers. Gruesome or even deadly kind like turnovers and getting caught in machine components. Make sure only well-trained workers are using machinery. Never remove guards from equipment. These are in place for good reason, but do remove any loose clothing you're wearing before operating equipment. And study the landscape where you'll be using the machinery. Even slight changes in terrain can make equipment hard to control. ATVs have also become indispensable and a common cause of injury in ag work. To prevent turnovers and other debilitating accidents, make sure drivers take an ATV safety course, never carry extra riders on an ATV not designed for passengers, wear a helmet, long pants, gloves, and boots, and, as with any vehicle, know both the landscape ahead and the limitations of the ATV before jumping on. Livestock are their own unpredictable threat. Animals with such an enormous weight advantage can quickly pin you against a fence, crush a foot, or throw you an impressive distance. Always be aware of your position among animals and leave yourself an out. And take extra caution when working around manure pits and ponds. Many of the daily operations on a farm require electricity, so the risk of being electrocuted is real. Take extreme caution when moving any equipment, especially taller equipment like hay or grain elevators near power lines. Be cautious in damp areas or when working with irrigation pipes. Water and electricity are a deadly combination. When using extension cords, be sure the cord is properly sized for the load and inspect the cord for any damage. And make a habit of checking wiring on tools or equipment for damage. If you see any damage, don't use it. Get it tagged for repair or replacement. Working with the many chemicals involved in ag work can lead to short or long-term harm. Never assume you know how to properly use or store chemicals. Take the 5 minutes to read the labeling and prevent a painful burn or reaction with other chemicals. And wear proper protection like safety goggles, gloves, and a respirator. If you've worked in agriculture for any length of time, you know there are plenty of other on-the-job risks. Extreme weather, long and irregular hours, remote locations. Farming and ranching are physically demanding. And chances are, you take on a wide variety of tasks in a given day. But simple and continual awareness of the dangers you'll face can go a long way to reducing your chances of injury or illness. So take the few minutes to assess the risks, check your equipment safeguards, remove simple hazards, and leave yourself an out. You'll be glad you did. For more information on staying safe in agricultural work, check out Montana State Fund's Ag Safety page at safemt.com.